Okay guys, so now we're gonna do the in-cat inspection. Remember, this part is mandatory. So we go inside. 3 points of contact. 1, 2, and 3. Then we go to do in-cat. Okay, in-cat inspection. Seat belt, securely mounted. My seat belt is working properly. No cuts, no rips, no damage. Locks properly and unlocks properly. On this truck, I have my safety equipment. I have a fire extinguisher full and up to date under my seat. I have 3 triangle reflectors under the passenger seat and 6 extra fuses. Truck fuse box is right here. So now we will conduct a safety start. First, we open the switch and we check the ABS light and all the dashboard lights. My ABS light is working properly. My brakes are on. The truck is on neutral, so I will start my truck. All my mirrors are securely mounted, clean and clear, no cracks, no damage, and they are adjusted to me. My windows are secure, they are working properly, also clean and clear, no cracks, no damage, and no illegal stickers. The rubber seals are pressed, secure, no cuts, and no damage. My windshield is secure, clean and clear, no cracks, no damage, no illegal stickers. The rubber seal around is pressed, secure, no cuts, and no leaks inside. My registration and inspection both are up to date. So my wipers, securely mounted, attaching to the windshield, no damage, and they are working properly. My washer fluid is also working properly. My dashboard is secure, no cracks, no damage, and no garbage or debris. My heater works properly, and my defroster works properly. Also my floor is secure, no bends, cracks, or damage, no holes, and no garbage or debris. My steering wheel, no more than 2 inches of play when the truck is off. City horn works, and this truck has no highway horn. So now we're gonna check the lights. Here you can ask the inspector if he wants to help you to check the lights. So we're gonna check from inside. So my headlights, clearance lights and headlights, they are working properly. My high beams works properly. My left turn signal and right turn signal works properly. My 4-way flashers, they are working properly. So now we gotta read all these gauges. My transmission gauge should be in between 150 and 210. Its racing is working properly. Oil pressure gauge should be in between 40-60, works properly. My water temperature gauge should be in between 170 and 210. Its racing is working properly. My RPM gauge, press a little gas, works properly. My MPH I will check when I check my service brake. Volts gauge should be in between 14 and 16, works properly. Fuel tank, in this case we have 3/4 of the tank, works properly. And primary and secondary air gauges should be in between 120 and 140. They are working properly. So now we're gonna do the brake test. For brake test, we need these air gauges, the primary and secondary air gauges on 120, like now. My tanks are full, so now we can conduct the brake test. The first test, we're gonna do the leak test. And always remember, brake test automatic fail if you guys make mistakes. So for brake test, tanks are full, we shut off the engine. We gotta put the key back in on position until you see the lights. And we're gonna do the leak test. Okay, key in on position. To do the leak test, we're gonna press the brake and hold it. And release parking brakes. And now we gotta wait for the system to stabilize. When these 2 needles stop moving, so then you say, Inspector, now in 1 minute I cannot lose 4 or more PSI. So in 1 minute we cannot move. And those needles cannot move. Also in road test, you have to wait 1 minute. Here we're gonna pretend the minute is over. So 1 minute passed, I didn't lose 4 or more PSI, we don't have leaks. My next test, I will check my lower pressure warning signal. or we can call the 60 psi alarm. We don't want to do anything, we're just going to pump the brake. When you get close to 60 psi, with the 60 psi, go slowly. So that is the 60 psi alarm. 60 psi alarm is working properly. I can see and I can hear. So now, inspector, I will check my emergency spring brakes. In between 40 and 20 psi, these two valves should pop out. So we don't touch anything, we just pump the brakes. Make sure those two come out. So my emergency spring brakes are working properly. So now, inspector, I will check one by one. My tractor parking brake, my trailer parking brake, and my handbrake. But before that, I gotta start my truck and charge my system. So truck is on neutral, brakes are on, we're just gonna start the truck. And to fill up tanks, you're gonna press gas in between 10-15 RPM until we hear the governor. More than 60 psi, my lower pressure signal went off. Okay, inspector, I hear my governor or governor cut off, my air tanks are full. So now we will check the tractor parking brakes. So I'm gonna release the trailer brakes. No brakes on my trailer. I check my tractor parking brakes. I just gonna put on drive. Tractor parking brakes are on. I release the brake and press a little gas. My tractor is not moving, my tractor parking brakes are working properly. So now, inspector, I will check my trailer brakes. Neutral, and I switch the brakes. I engage my trailer brake and release the tractor parking brake. So now we're gonna put on drive. Gonna press a little gas. The truck is not moving, my trailer parking brakes are working properly. So now, inspector, I will check my handbrake. Neutral, engage the handbrake, and no brakes here. No brake on the truck and no brakes on the trailer. Let's put on drive again. Same thing. Press a little gas. My trailer is not moving, my handbrake is working properly. So now, inspector, I will check my service brake. But before that, I wanna fill up my tanks again. Neutral, brakes, release the handbrake, and let's fill up the tanks again. We press gas in between 10-15 RPM again until we hear the governor. Okay, my governor cut off, my air tanks are full. So now we will check the service brake. Inspector, I will drive no more than 5 miles per hour, maybe 15 feet. When I press my brake, my truck cannot lean into one side or the service brake need to be adjusted. And also, I will check my MPH. So make sure you wear your seatbelt. Let's put on drive, release the brakes, hold the steering wheel lightly, make sure check the mirrors always before you move your truck, 5 miles per hour, and you can press the brake like this. My truck didn't lean into the left or to the right or didn't lean into one side, my service brake works properly and also my MPH works properly. And then we finish the in-car inspection. Neutral and brake.